One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Hate Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the saint. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We live in bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gifting the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't banish no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a God. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. There's more of us in jail than it was slaves, chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
All right, Most High in Christ, pop it up, man. I'd like to salute all the brothers out there, man. I'd like to start off with saying Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shabarakathum to all the brothers, and Yahweh Shemar Allah Thub, Bahashim Yahweh Shah to all the sisters, man. I am priest and officer of 1000 Yaraga Bor, and this is the Tuesday night brotherhood class, man. All right, you can catch us every day of this week, man, streaming, bringing y'all the truth. You can catch us out here at camp, doing what we do to bring brothers and sisters awareness to the truth of the Bible and who they are according to the Bible, and let them know that everything that they learn, whether it be from your mama, your grandma, or your great-grandma, they taught you that because the white man, the devil, taught them that. They don't really know the Bible. So here in ISUPK, we are here to teach you the Bible and teach you the accurate understanding of the Bible. Today's topic is God law is forever, man. The Most High law is forever. Nothing is more long living than the Most High laws, man. And it's important for us as people to understand that. The Christian church will tell you Jesus Christ died for your sins. And that might be true to a certain extent. But really, Christ died for us to know that the laws are factual, that in order to live a righteous life, you need to abide by the laws, man. That's why he died, for us to understand that these laws will give you life. That's why Christ was saying plenty of times to sin, to he'll heal someone and he'll send them away and say, sin no more, man. You know what I mean? And it's important for us to understand that. A lot of the times we get it confused and we think that, the laws aren't up to date. They're not moderate. You know what I mean? Well, the things that are old don't really apply to the things that are new. And that's what they tried to pull on Christ. When Christ, as you know, Christ was born in the newer Testament. Christ came around towards the New Testament to teach the truth. He wasn't there in the Old Testament in a physical being, correct? But you understand that he still held on to those morals. So what we have to do as a people, we have to get back to the morals that we held on to at this time, the time of the Israelites, the time when we was all one nation, and we have to bring those morals back. Now, understand this, it's going to be a challenge at today's time to do that, because why? Everyone is living a different life. Everyone is trying to keep up with the Joneses, meaning you want to live like the white man. You want to live like the Chinese man and Chinese women. You want to be out here to do whatever you want to do that's pleasing unto yourself instead of doing what's pleasing unto the Most High God. Christ understood that. You know what I'm saying? He died for us to keep, for us to, he didn't die for us to keep sinning. He died for us to know that in order to actually live, you have to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, man, Yahweh in the Hebrew, man. And first, I want to just get this out here, right? I didn't talk to people and said things on the internet and pushing this truth, right? And a lot of people will say, well, you saying Jesus Christ. Well, let me just enlighten you, dumb, on why we say Jesus Christ. Because if we say Yahweh or call our King Jesus, we say Yahweh Shai Salakia, you wouldn't understand who we're saying. If I say, oh man, I praise the God. Matter of fact, let me say, I praise the Yahweh, you would not understand what that name is. Like, who is he saying he praying to? So we kind of dumb it down for y'all to understand who we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, it's always these fake Israelites that want to try to get out here and try to teach the ordained priests of the Most High the truth. Nigga, sit down, man. It's nothing you can teach us, man. You got, when you see that title ISUPK in front of the name, whether it be a school or a person, just shut the hell up, Pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing you can tell this brother. He was ordained by the Most High God to do this work. What you need to continue to do is keep watching the general classes and then try to take them back to your camp and break them down the way you understand it to be broken down. That's what you need to do. You understand? Like, the ISUPK is the home of the truth, and we're not here for everybody. We're not here for everybody. Do I want every Black and Latino and Native person to wake up? I surely do, man. But if you're not going to wake up, then I'm not going to spend my time on you. The show got to go on, man. The ball still is going to roll. If we at the top of the hill, we roll the ball down the hill. Nothing's going to stop that ball if it doesn't get in the way of anything, or if a boulder don't block it or catch it. It's going to continue to roll. And that's what we do in the ISUPK. If we can't reach one soul, we're not going to stop at that soul because we can reach it. You understand me? We're not going to stop there. We're going to keep going. All right? Just had to get it off my chest, Salakia. So the laws are forever. We know this when we look at Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. It tells us, you know what I mean, that the laws are forever. It said, what he say? It said, don't think that I've come to destroy the laws or the prophets. Meaning what? I didn't come to destroy what came before me, what Moses taught us. I didn't come to change that. That's your Christian pastor that want to change it. So if Christ had come say he didn't change it, or Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew say he didn't come change it, then who the hell do your Christian pastor think he is to tell you that the laws in the Old Testament are done away with? Just think about that. Like, I mean, if Christ said it himself, this is in Matthew chapter 5, verse 17, that he did not come to do away with the laws. That's what he said. So if he's telling you that, how can Creflo Dollar or T.D. Jakes tell you that the Old Testament is done away? When you are in the world and you hear this type of teaching being taught by Christians, where I don't care how powerful or how wealthy these preachers are, you should really run the other way. Because what's happening is that he's sowing a covenant with you under false pretense. And you're going to begin to serve the God that he serves. And the God that he serves allow molestation, man. You know what I'm saying? He serves the devil. The God that he serves has his knee on his neck. No point intended, but I'm just speaking facts. Meaning what? This Christian pastor has to teach you what the oppressor wants him to teach you. Why? Because he gets subsidized for it. He gets government funded for it. Everything that comes in, it's a tax write-off for it. See, here in the UPK, it's nobody over us controlling this organization. It's only one man running this organization, and that's the Most High. And given the power to run it by the Most High is Commanding General Yohanan. You have to understand that, man. So when we seem like we're coming a little rough and tough, that's because we are. That's because Christ was rough and tough. You know, they like to paint Christ to be this soft, loving, and he was loving to his people, soft, feminine. Yeah, that's the best word, feminine type of brother. But he wasn't. No one would never respect a feminine brother. And this to all the brothers out there that got ribs. If you with your rib, man, and you don't have any base behind what you do or any structure behind what you are creating in your household, your rib will not respect you out. Period.com. Your rib will not respect you. And if you're the type of man that's going to bend to what your ribs say do, when you are the man in the house and you know how to run the house, she's not going to respect you. Because as soon as she make a mistake, soon as something gets spent more than what it was supposed to be spent, and now you guys are struggling, the first person she's going to come at is you as a man. And she's going to say, well, why did you let me do that? Why didn't you say something? This is why it's important for us to stand up and speak this truth, man. Because if we don't, we will find ourselves in the back, man. We'll find ourselves in last. And the ISUPK is all about promoting blacks, Latinos, and natives up to the front where they're supposed to be, man. We are supposed to be that light that illuminates above all these nations, man, to make these nations say, look at these people, man, they got it going. I mean, they know what they know they God, they know who they're serving. Look at they clean people, they eating clean, they righteous people. They don't sleep around with they brothers' ribs, or they don't fornicate with wild, loose women. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the people. And once we get back to that, then we will begin to see our dominance over this wicked nation. You understand? All right. So first, let me get Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. Salaki. I'm gonna go here. Salaki. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1, and this is in an apocrypha. All right. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endure forever. These laws are going to endure forever, meaning what? They will be around forever. Whether your Christian pastor keep them or not, the ISUPK, we will keep them. We will make sure they live on through our kids, and our kids will make sure they live on through their kids, and their kids will make sure they live on through their kids. Regardless if you want to go eat shrimp, pork, or lobster, or be a whore and whoremonger and sell yourself off, or be a sodomite, whatever you're going to go be, believe this, man, these laws will go on forever. And if you are in a school, man, understand this, man, you have a duty to make sure these laws go on forever. It's your duty. Is it easy out here? Man, it's not easy, man. It's hard to be here and keep this truth and stay grounded in this truth when you got so much wickedness going on around you. But it is your duty to do so. What do you want to be remembered for? Do you want to be remembered for a person who dropped a sword right before our Lord come back and crack the sky and do righteous judgment onto these wicked nations that have been here over us for years? Do you want to be known as a person who bend the laws just to see someone happy? Or do you want to be known as a brother or a sister that stood firm on these laws, regardless of happiness, regardless of good times, regardless of the memories that these so-called wicked holidays have brought to you? Do you want to be known for standing on that? And then making sure your kids stand on that. It's so beautiful seeing these young brothers and sisters come up in the ISUP Canada Commander General who don't know anything about their birthdays. I'm talking about 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old kids who never celebrated their birthday, who never had a Christmas, who never celebrated the holidays and these pagan holidays of this oppressor that we serve under, man. That's a glorious thing. Why? Because it's something you don't see. Anything you see a lot, how can you then be excited about it? Like honestly and truthfully, like if you see something and it's being done by every single body, like that's like being an entrepreneur. What makes you an entrepreneur? By doing something different. Why does doing something different matters? If you're an entrepreneur, it's because you stand out, because you're actually doing something different. You're setting a trend. Well, us as Israelites, we had set a trend for us only, though. And these other nations will look. The woman came to Christ and said, "My Lord, man, can I just eat the crumbs off the floor like a dog?" You know what I'm saying? She's seen how righteous they were, how they were, and the blessing that the Most High installed upon their life at that time. And it's nothing to get that back. We just have to be willing to put that work in and get it. You understand? Let me get back to it. Salaki. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. This law will be forever. No one will stop this law from going through and producing and staying what it needs to be for us as Blacks, Latinos, and Natives, for the tribe of Israel. Let's continue on. Salaki. All they that keep it shall come to life. If you keep these laws, you will come to life. What does that mean? You will begin to see wickedness for what it really is. When you're in a school, what happens? You look on the outside, you see all these women twerking. You see them, what a lot of women call dressing cute and pretty. It's really dressing like a whore, right? The sisters in this school that dress up, that dresses cute and modest and pretty, that's pretty. That's beautiful, right? You have to understand, if you're indulging in, if you're taking part in a world, you're going to think the things that's in the world are beautiful. When you're not taking part in the world, you begin to see that those things are not so beautiful. The grass is not greener on the other side. What comes with dressing like a whore? Attention you don't want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they begin to sexually profile you, especially Black women and Latino women. Good night. You guys get sexually profiled the most out of any women here. And they want to promote that for you. That's why they have female rappers to make. If you look at all these rap videos, they're not promoting modesty and strong Black women. They'll try to tell you they're promoting strong Black women, but if you read deeper in between the lines, they're actually trying to destroy Black women. These men aren't promoting strong Black men, sliding on the ops and all that. If you really look deeper into what they're promoting, they're promoting Salakia, self-destruction. They want us to kill each other off. Why? Because the person who pays for that video and pays for that time and give them their check and cut their check, they're willing to do whatever to get the check. Like, you have to look deeper in it. And this is why it's important to make sure we don't let our kids listen to everything, all right? Let's continue on. But such as leave it shall die. Brothers and sisters who leave this truth after having an understanding upon it, you will die, man. What does that mean? Not just you will just fall out and die, which we know that's going to happen anyway, but meaning your spirit will die. This word and this truth is food for your spirit. It's strength for your spirit in time of weakness. It's knowledge for your spirit in time of lack of having knowledge, man. And if you leave this truth, you will leave that knowledge. You will fall weak, and what's going to happen is that you're going to die. Your spirit's going to die. You're going to find yourself celebrating Thanksgiving, Memorial Day, Christmas, and you're all because you have fell weak and you gave up, man. On the Most High God. And I'm going to just tell you the truth, man. The hardest thing for brothers and sisters who have this knowledge to do is to fall weak and leave it. Once you leave it, it's super hard to get back into it, man. That's why when you got the spirit on you to be here and be in this truth and serve the Lord, you have to do it wholeheartedly and keep doing it, man. I'm not saying you're not going to get weak or get weary, because it's going to happen, but you have to stay fast on what you believe in, what you're creating, because it's easy to turn away from something righteous. Order and obedience, structure. It's easy to turn away from those things, man. You know what I mean? And go do wickedness. Take part in all type of wickedness. It's easy to do, but you have to stay fast, man. So, like, let me read that again. All that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die, man. If you keep this truth, you'll be come to life. And how do you know that? Because when we got into this truth, or you got into this truth, you begin to live. You begin to understand these scriptures. You begin to cover your head if you're a sister. You begin to put on all black if you're a brother. You begin to go out here to camps to speak. You begin to call the white man the devil. You begin to see the truth. You begin to see the light. You know what I'm saying? You begin to get the life. But what happened when you leave it? What happened when you fall off? What happened when you turn your back on your brothers and sisters, man? You stop wearing a long dress and you stop covering your head and you stop saluting the sisters and wanting to be around the sisters. If you're a brother, you stop going to camp. You stop teaching classes. You stop communicating with your group of brothers in the ISUPK. What do you begin to do? You begin to go into the world. Like we got rappers in the school who used to rap for the school. Now they want to rap for the world. And they not as famous as they was in here as they are now. I mean, you know what I mean? In the world, it just don't happen like that, man. The Lord give and the Lord take it away, man. You understand? So, like, let's keep going. Verse 2. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob. That's talking to you, black man and black woman. Turn thee, O Jacob. I mean, and Latino and Native Salakia. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated, that thou may see your light, that the people around you may see how you shine, that the people around you may see how you glow. And you can be illuminated through so many different things. You can be illuminated through your family. If you're a brother in this school and you teaching your rib right and your rib is in order, you can't force her to be in order. But if she's in order, it's going to illuminate through what she do. When she go to work, she's going to be covered up. She's not going to hang with a certain crowd. She's not going to be easily influenced or easily encouraged to leave her husband or even do wickedness on her husband, to even entertain a conversation that's not in order. She wouldn't even do it. It don't take your husband to be standing over you and watching over your shoulder to make sure you're in order for you to be in order. The hell with that. If you're a sister and you got a man in this school, goddamn it, you're supposed to be in order and make his job light. It's already hard that we got to go to camp every week, teach a class every other day. You know what I'm saying? We already have a lot of work that we have upon us trying to save this nation. And you mean to tell me I got to look over my shoulder and watch, or stand over your shoulder and look over you and tell you what to do and how to do it? The hell with that, man. We all know what to do in this school. We all know what to do according to these laws and these statutes and commandments. And that's our duty. So let's just do it. Let's just do it, man. So, like, let's continue on. Verse 3. Give not thy honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a stranger. Don't give this your honor to another, man. Don't go praise Christianity or Islam. Ooh, we niggas love to go to Islam. They go to jail Christian and come out a Muslim, man. They love going to Islam. And you know what's crazy about Islam, right? You will talk to 5 different Muslims and they'll tell you they live in 5 different ways. You'll have Muslims who's selling alcohol, which is clearly forbidden in the Quran. They sell cigarettes. That's forbidden in the Quran. They actually sell pork in their stores. You feel me? You go to these goddamn Middle Eastern, these Indian stores, these Afghanians and these Yemen stores and whoever the hell they are stores, and they selling you pork in the store. If you buy a beef jerky, you better make sure you read it because they're selling pork. You know what I'm saying? All these things they do. Why? Because their God is not real. Their God is not true. And they're here and sent to destroy you. Black man, Latino man, and Native man. And when I say man, I mean woman as well. They want to destroy you. Why? Because they know you are of the Most High's chosen people. The one that the Most High picked of a small number of people to be to be over the greatest nation in this world. And if you don't understand what I mean by that, just look at China. China has so many numbers. You're like, that's a great nation. No, Israel, we're a great nation. And it's meant for us to be over the Chinese. It's meant for us to be over the Europeans and the Russians. It's meant for us to be over them stinking ass Hamites and them Arabs and Muslims over there in the Middle East. But because we have turned away from our God, the one true living God, all those other nations, God is a runoff from yours, man. They all are a runoff. They swagger dragging. They culture dragging. Their culture. They're culturally stealing our swag, man. That's the best way to put it. They culturally stealing our swag, and we sitting back letting them. And good night, man. And don't get me on them goddamn them Jewish people. I mean, they stealing everything. But the good thing is all this is beginning to come to the light. But the bad thing about it is they still will not accept it. They still will continue to push whatever they push because they know we are all not on one accord. When we all begin to come together and we all begin to pay attention to it and we all accept it for what it is and take back what's ours. I mean, damn. If a person kidnapped your family, you're not going to take your family back? You're not going to go get your family? If a person take money from you or put you in a ditch to die, you're not going to try to escape to go save the people you know that they're going to go kill or go unalive? Salaki. You have to have something that you're going to die for. And you got to stand on it and die for it, man. Our nation of people are so weak now. It's not even funny, man. I mean, we have no morals, man. No substance here. We can't even follow a book of laws that was given to us. We'll let another nation tell us that these laws are not concerning to us and let them pray to God. Let them speak in the Hebrew. That's not for you, black man. That's not for you, Latino man and Native man. That's not for y'all. It's not for your kids to grow up and be a righteous people. It's for your daughters to grow up and dress modestly. It's not for you. You're supposed to be a 304. Brother, you ain't supposed to be in this truth and knowing the Bible and saving your people. You're supposed to be selling drugs, man. These are the things that they push out here for you to make you think that that's your life and how you're supposed to be. In reality, they don't push those videos for their people. How many Jewish thug rappers is it? How many Jewish women do you see on Pornhub? You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta think like how many Jewish, so-called Jewish people are there out there doing bad that they promoting the blacks to do? Because it's a Jewish man that's running the porn sites and all that stuff. That's a Jewish man running that. It's the Jewish man running the rap game. Believe that. I guarantee you somewhere it's a Jewish man over the reality TV talk shows that you see black women cannot turn off for 5 minutes. I mean, you can't turn it off. You're so intrigued by the bull crap that comes on them shows, you can't leave it alone. And you're not knowing that what you're putting in your head is destroying you. Now you're feeling like Yandy. You looking at your husband and you want to go off and be like Yandy. Like, it's important for us to understand that to separate from something means to completely separate from it. And you cannot allow yourself, if you know you're not strong enough, to be tempted by it, sis, brother. You can't be around, if you know you're a brother who have a drug addiction, you can't sit around brothers who's doing crack. If you're a sister who you know is struggling with modesty and being a righteous woman, you cannot allow yourself to sit here and be watching Love and Hip Hop all goddamn day and night. What benefit is that for you? Oh, it's just a TV show that I like to watch? Okay. Then a couple of months later, you and your husband is arguing and you think you can do better than a man of the Lord. And then you find out that you can't do no better and you're bringing your butt right back to him. Man, we got to do better, man. We got to do better as a people. The time is becoming close and it's getting near, man. And we have no time to waste. You understand me? Salaki for going off. Verse 3, give not thy honor. I read that. Verse 4, Salakia. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to God are made known to us. How are those things made known to us that are pleasing to the Most High God? Through the Bible, the law, statutes, and the commandments, the things he tells us to do and not to do, the things he tells us to eat and not to eat. That's pleasing to the Most High God. But everything else you guys are doing in the world is pleasing to your goddamn self, man. You watch Love and Hip Hop, and now all of a sudden you want to go on extravagant cruises and live deliciously here in this plantation, and we're living in hell, man. We're stuck in hell, man. The only people who live deliciously here is those people who take part in this place. And believe me, a lot of Blacks, Latinos, and Natives who take part in trying to go live extravagantly and show off are not really living right. Because the oppressor in this kingdom aren't doing what you're doing. They're not spending all their money to go on a cruise and come home and lights get cut off because you can't pay your goddamn bills because you spend all your money. These oppressors is riding around in a Toyota Prius wearing clothes from Target. While you going out spending all your money on high-end clothes and chains trying to look like something, when deep down inside you're destroyed. You don't understand that in order for you to be what you need to be, you have to cleanse yourself of all that. Don't put that poison in your head. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, you can't allow your kids to. If Carly B says she don't allow her daughter to listen to her music, why the hell are you allowing your daughter to listen to her music? I mean, I don't understand that. Lil Durk is spraying up the ops. King Von, they killing the ops. Young Boy, they killing the ops. And you allow your kids to listen to that. You got your kids making TikTok trends off of that. Like, it's crazy. You understand me? Give not thy honor to another nation, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. Stop trying to bring these goddamn heathens into the school who are not of Israel. Stop trying to hang around these women who are not of Israel because secretly they hate you, sis. Secretly they hate you, bruh. You going in that Christian church and you amongst all the Edomites and the Moabites and y'all want to all come together and we shall overcome. Don't forget Dr. King said before he died, and I quote, he feel like he led his people into a burning house. The nigga didn't see the mountaintop. He seen himself falling off that damn mountain, Salakia. That's what he saw because he wanted to be at the top. And get this right, man. The only person who will be above Blacks, Latinos, and Natives is the Most High God. Yahweh is his name in Hebrew, man. Dr. Martin Luther King wasn't going to be that. Christ didn't put himself above all the other people. He got ordained by Christ to be called that. Due to his faithful work and his faithfulness, man, and his commitment to live the righteous way and to show his people how to live. You understand me? We're going to get into that. So, let me keep going. Verse 4, O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to God are made known unto us. Verse 5, be of good cheer, my people. The memorial of Israel. What is the memorial of Israel? The remembrance of Israel. To remember how we used to be as a people. And this is why this book is here. This is why this book is so important, man, because through it is our history. This is not a fucking this is not a book for religion. This is a way of life. Some of these people in here is your great auntie or great like this is a blood oath, man. This is connected to the people, man. Why do you think they wanted the slaves not to read this? Because they were going over there and coming over here, conquering this place, taking these scrolls and writing them for themselves so they can understand, and they didn't want you to read it because if you read it, something might click. Well, guess what, oppressor? Got news for you, man. It's clicked over here. Here in the ISUPK, we understand this book and we understand who we are according to the Bible, and we're not going to let you tell us who we are according to the Bible and who we are not. But I'm going to tell you tonight who you are. You the goddamn devil that the Bible speak of, man. That's who the oppressor is, man. That's who the Moabites is, the Chinese man, the African man. Y'all are all freaking devils that the Bible speak of, man. And y'all wouldn't even know what it is to have riches here on this place without blacks, Latinos, and natives. We are the salt of the earth, man. So, Rocky, let's continue on, man. Verse 6. Yea, ye were sold to the nation, not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath. We were sold to these other nations, not for them to destroy us, not for them to put their knees on our neck and try to take our culture and life and a religion away from, our culture and way of life away from us, Salaki, and our names and our native tongue. We weren't sent here for that. We were sent here because we disobeyed our most God and we angered him, man. It's in the scriptures, man. Oh, Salaki. Because we moved God to wrath, meaning we moved him to anger. Let's continue on, Salaki. Yea, ye were delivered unto the enemies. We were delivered to our enemies, man. This is all throughout the Bible. Who else is your enemies? Who else? First and foremost, if you don't know who your enemy is, let me ask you this. Who are you delivered to? And when you figure out who the hell you were delivered to, and that's from the beginning to the end. Israel was conquered by who? The Africans, right? We was delivered to the Africans. That's our enemy right there. You know what I'm saying? I pray you understand that. And then after the Africans, and I'm just speaking history, I'm speaking facts. Then after the Africans, who were we delivered unto? And I ain't gonna just say the Africans, I'm gonna say them Arabs too. At that point in time, all around there, we were delivered to those people. Now, I'm not saying that there are not African Israelites that's there still. I can't say that because I don't know. I'm just going off of what the Bible says and how it was delivered and how it was in the factual evidence behind it. We were delivered into a nation close to us where we were at. That nation then sold us to who? The Romans. They sold us to all these other nations, man. That's when the Caucasians came into play. All of them. They sold us into them. So if you want to know who your enemy is, it says here, ye were delivered unto your enemies. So whoever you was delivered unto, just look at the history. Whoever received people, and those are your enemies. All right. Let's continue on. This is the last one for this one. Verse 7. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils. We sacrificed unto these devils. We wanted to have gods here and someone over us. And then we wanted to live like the other nations. And we wanted to do the things we saw them do because we thought it was okay because they were doing it. If you see somebody jump off the bridge, you're going to want to do it because you see it's okay to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you can do something don't mean you should do it, right? Let's continue on. And not to God. So we sacrificed to all these other nations and not to the Most High God. And in return, he sent us to our enemies and gave us to our enemies and delivered us to our enemies, man. And that's factual, man. And this is why these laws are so important, because if you don't know the laws and you don't keep the laws, you will constantly be delivered into the hands of your enemy. It's something that's going to continue to happen. I don't know of people who are so stiff. Well, yes, I do. But I can't understand the people who are so stiff-necked and so hard-headed that when you read these words and you read in this Bible and it's telling you what not to do to not be delivered into the hands of your enemies again, to keep doing it only to be delivered in the hands of your enemies again. Like that's diabolical to me. That's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Salaki. But let's drop that. All right. Let's drop that. Now I'm gonna bring out Matthew 5:17 because I brought that out in the beginning of the class that Christ said. Salaki. That Christ said he did not come to do away with the laws, but to fulfill them. And I want to bring that out because a lot of people think that the Old Testament don't matter, but the laws was given to us by Moses in Leviticus. That's where the laws is. So if you know anything about the Bible, the laws are found in Leviticus. So Christ came in the New Testament in Matthew chapter 5, verse 17 and said, I didn't come to do away with these laws. So if your Christian pastor tell you these laws are done away with, he's a goddamn lie. And then you got to ask yourself, why the hell is this man lying to me? And should I actually be here? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to ask yourself that. But let's get it. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law. What do destroy mean? To get rid of it, to overthrow it. He said, think not that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets. What is the prophets? The people before the law. Before him. The man who gave the law, Moses, Joshua, who upheld this law and kept it going all the way till Christ got it. And that's the problem with you fake Israelites. You want to sit here and destroy the law and talk about getting pegged is not a problem because the bedroom is not defiled. I'll tell you what, the bedroom is not defiled, but your backside is. I'll tell you that right now, brother. And that is completely a sin to sit here and allow your woman to lay the law down on you in the bed, man. That is crazy. Salakia. I just had to get that out the way. All right, let's get to it. This is the book of Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill, to see it through, to see it come to life, to see it manifest in front of everyone, to prove to these people that these laws matter. And why do they matter? Because if you don't have the law, you have people proclaiming and live by the law that's not living by it. So now you have to answer for why you're not living in this way. You have to answer as to why you want to live a life that you know is not given to you by the Most High Christ. You have to answer as to why you want to run around here and you want to Prophet Muhammad sleep with little girls. You got to answer to that. You got to answer as to why you're a Israelite and you getting the law laid down on your backside by your wife. And I'm not talking about her using a belt. She's strapping. She's something that she strap on, but it's not a belt. Salakia. You got to answer to that. But let me go to 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, and last time I checked that we still on earth and heaven still exists. Till heaven and earth pass, not Salakia. One jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law. So nothing shall be taken away from the law, and nothing can be added to the law. It's simple. Nothing can be taken away, and nothing can be added to it for your own lustful reasons. And this is why Christ said that, because he knew if he didn't mention this, these Christian pastors will make you think it's okay to sleep with little boys. To be Jewish would be okay for you to do wicked things to little babies, man. And that's not okay. How do I know? Because it's not in the law. Salaki. Let's continue on. To one Salaki. In no wise pass Salaki. One jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled, to everything be fulfilled. And you know what's going to happen when everything be fulfilled? Somebody blow my mind. What's going to happen when everything is fulfilled? Because it said not one jot or one tittle will be will pass from the law till all be fulfilled. So what's going to be fulfilled? I'll save you time. It's when our king come back. When our king crack the sky with them angels and come down here and plead with these raggedy nations, and our king come back, that's when everything will be fulfilled. Yes, that's when it's going to be fulfilled. So until you see that, you cannot believe nothing. Even if, look, these Christian pastors need to go, man. I don't know if you noticed, but I was looking up today the worth and the value of the Christian church. It's slowly shrinking and going away. And they blaming it on, the thugs and the world and the population, and the numbers not growing. But the truth is the Lord is moving in this place. And I really don't have a problem with these fake Israelites. Well, I do, but I really don't, because the Lord said that there will be, in the scripture, it says people will be prophesying in his name. And the Lord, and Christ said, look, man, let them do that. And when I say the Lord, it's just recognizing Christ as being over me. Right? But he said, let them do that, man. Because when they do that, it's going to lead them to you. So we're not mad at these fake Israelites for trying to save brothers and sisters' lives. What we're mad at you for is you're actually destroying their lives with your lies and your false doctrine, man. Instead of you bringing them into the place where they can be saved, where sisters is safe and brothers and sisters don't have to sign what's that thing called, man? A non-disclosure agreement. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to come in here. The UPK, you don't have to sign none of that at all. The only requirements in this school is for you to become new, to shed that old person. And if you're a brother in this school and you still working on yourself, that's perfectly fine, my brother. But work a little bit out, shed yourself. Turn away from every wickedness that you can. Because when the time comes, you're going to have to answer for your actions. Regardless of how you getting raised up in rank in the school, but regardless of what you do in this school, if you're not living your life righteously, you will have to answer for your deeds. You understand? All right, let's drop that. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 2, verse 16. Hey, Matam Yah, Shalom, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Barakatah, brother. Good to see you, man. Congratulations on your rank raise again, man. You and the brother Ashayar, man. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to you, brothers, man. Well deserved, man. Let's go out here and give them hell, man. Salakia. And blacks and Latinos, we know how to do that because we're living in it. So it shouldn't be hard for us to come out and give them hell at all. Let's see. Okay, Salaki. I'm looking at something else. Something else caught my eye. Israel Salaki. Let's go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 2, verse 16. Salaki. The book of Hebrews, chapter 2, verse 16, and it reads, "For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham." Now, the Most High sent Christ back, and Christ, he sent Christ back in the image of man. Meaning what? He was born like me and you. He came out as a baby crying and fussing. He had to be suckled by his mother. He came through the seed of his father, through the bloodline of Abraham. You understand me? Just Salakia. Let me finish this breakdown real quick. Matam Yah, I got you. One second. He came through the seed of his father, Joseph, through the bloodline of his ancestor, his forefather, Abraham. You understand me? Let's select. Verse 17. Wherefore, in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brother. What does the word behoove mean? It made him feel like it was his duty. He wanted to, he was proud to do that. It was a duty for Christ to be made like unto his brethren. Why? Because it's life is a challenge. If you're a real man, you love a challenge. You love a challenge, man. A challenge is what makes you better, man. If everything is given to you, you won't know your true strength. You find your true strength within challenges, when the time of struggle and suffering. And you go to the gym and you lift them weights, you start off with the 5 pounds. You feel good lifting the 5, but you know it's not going to give you the strength and the muscle you really want. When you get to them 45 and 55 dumbbells and you bench pressing 375 pounds and squatting 450 pounds, you begin to say, man, this is hard, but I love that challenge because I know within that challenge, I'm going to get stronger. You get stronger within the challenges, man. You don't get stronger by not being challenged. You learn how to read. You read Cat in the Hat. If you keep reading Cat in the Hat for 20 years, you will not get stronger at reading. If you're a young brother reading that Cat, keep reading. Don't stop. That's how you get better at reading, by keep doing something. So it made God, he felt like it was his duty to be born again as to his people, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest, that Christ might be a merciful and faithful high priest. And how do we know this to be true? Because he saved people. He cleansed the lepers. Cleansed them of diseases and plagues. And he also gave them the truth. So this is true right here about our King Yahushua, man. To make reconciliation for the sins of the people. What does that mean? What does reconciliation mean? The reconciliation is just to restore. So he came back and he wanted to restore the people. You know what I'm saying? Salakia, if I may, Adawan, why is it that fake Israelites still get boot kisses if they not in the truth? Why does the Lord allow that? Well, the Lord allows that, Malcolm, and I'm happy you asked that question because that's a great question. Let me find this scripture where a brother said that to our king. He said they're prophesying in your name. You know, should we go stop them? Should we go stop them from prophesying in your name? And I'm paraphrasing, but our king said no. Why would you do that? Why would you stop them? You know what I'm saying? Let me find that for you, all right? Give me 1 second. Bibbly. Slack, you bear with me. Let me see. No. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Salakim Matam Yah, bear with me. I want to say it's Matthew. Okay, I think Matam Yah, this will be in the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 21, Baba Kasha. I'm gonna hold this and I'm gonna get to this for you, brother. I'll be aware by their fruits. A good tree cannot fail. A tree that bringeth good fruit is so down. Wherefore by fruits they shall know them. Not everyone that said unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom. Many will say to me in the day, Lord, Lord. This is close to giving the answer, but I'm looking for a different one. This is not actually the one. This is not the one that I'm looking for. Let's see. Let's see, man. Let me see. Bear with me, Matam Yah. Hold on, I'm gonna get you, brother. 24 5. Mark 9 and 38. Let me see. Bear with me. I'm trying to find it for you, my brother. Dwight, appreciate you. And that's a good question, Matam Yah, because as you see, and I don't know if brothers and sisters see that, but what goes on now is that a lot of these fake Israelites, they even circle up like us. They even, like they taking whatever they see us do. You know what I'm saying? This is why we put in the front of all our everything we do not try this at home. Because you really should not play with this if you don't understand the logistics of it or you weren't ordained to do it. All right? When I say 9:36. Let me see if this one Baba Kasha. Okay. Let's go to Mark chapter 9, verse 38. Let me know when you get there, Matam Yah. All right, I'm gonna get going, brother. All right. Matthew chapter 9, verse 38. And John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and he followed not us, and we forbade him because he followed not us. Verse 39. But Jesus said, forbid him not. What did he say? Forbid him not. You understand? For there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of me. So even though these guys are doing what we do, and we know that they shouldn't be doing it, it's not our duty to stop them, because at the end of the day, they're giving the praise to the Most High. Regardless of what they're doing, their glory is still going to the Most High God. But here it's saying, we shall do miracles in my name that can lightly speak evil of me. So they can't speak evil of our king at all doing these miracles. Verse 40. For he that is not against us is one our part. Meaning what? If they're not against us, they may not be with us, but they're doing the work. You understand me? A lot of brothers who come into this school after being a part of what? Fake Israelite groups. Some of the strongest brothers in the ISUPK right now, today, were once in a fake Israelite group. You understand me? But it will lead you to the truth. For whosoever shall give you a cup of water to drink in my name, because ye belong to Christ, verily I say unto you, he shall not lose his reward. So it's like John the Baptist. John the Baptist was baptized in the name of Christ, but he was not with Christ. You understand? And Mashah, Salaki. About the mouth, you there? So when you ask why is it that fake Israelites still get boot kisses if they're not in the truth, it's because they're doing it in Christ's name. Now, let me ask you this. If they was speaking ill of Christ and tell someone to come kiss their boots, do you think that will register with them to kiss their boots? Matam Yad, if you there? Do you think if they were speaking ill against Christ, they would still kiss the boots or get boot kisses? Exactly. They would not still be able to get boot kisses because they're doing the will of the Lord. They're not speaking evil of the Most High God. So that's how they're able to get boot kisses. And that's why the Lord allows it. Any way that can open your eyes into the truth and bring you in, the Lord will allow it. Here, we don't hate other Israelite groups because they're just other Israelite groups. We don't agree with them and we don't hate them, but we don't agree with them because why? They're not teaching the truth of the Bible properly. If you look deeper into their doctrine and their teaching, they're not teaching it properly. And then they're not going through the proper channels of being, of doing this work. You understand me? Like you have to learn from men above you and understand these scriptures. Some of them you can just read and you say, okay, well, I understand that scripture. That's what that means. And some scriptures you need a breakdown. But who are you getting that breakdown from? And if you're like 90% of them is doing, what 99% of them is doing is watching Commanding General Yohanan and General Mahayaman classes, and you're using their breakdowns from these brothers, then why won't you put on all black? And that's what they have to ask themselves. You understand? So I hope that answered your question for you, brother. If you need me to repeat it or go back through it, let me know. We'll get going, all right? So back to the topic. In the book of Hebrews, so that was Mark chapter, if you want to know, that was Mark chapter 9. You start at verse 38 and you can read down to 41. All right. But that's a hell of a question, brother. Keep asking them questions and keep getting them answers, okay? Let me see real quick. Salaki. No sweat, no sweat. I'm happy to help you, brother. Anytime you need me, give me a call, all right? Or let me know, okay? This is going back to the book of Hebrews, chapter 2, verse 16. All right. For verily he took not unto him the nature of angels, but he took unto him the seed of Abraham. So he could have came back and could have asked the Father to send him as an angel, but he didn't want to. He wanted to come down and see what we go through, to see what our suffering is like, to see why it's just so hard for us to just figure it out. You understand? He wanted to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? What's better than being a part of something that's real and or something that you can help build up? You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Keep going. Verse 17. Wherefore, in all things, it behooved him to be made like unto his brother. Man, and Christ was honored to do that. And he took it personal. You understand me? That might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to God, to make reconciliation. Like I said, we already covered that. That's restoring. He wanted to restore, create restoration, Salakia, for the sinners of the people, for the sins of the people. So he wanted to come show them, hey, if you sin, this is how you fix it. That's what the UPK say. If you sin, this is how you fix it. We don't cuss out little kids walking down the street who stick out the middle finger. We tell them what it is and raise them right. You can't just start throwing stones at people because you feel that they did something wrong. And you think they know? These kids grew up in the ghetto. How the hell they know not to give a person a middle finger or beat you up or take your wallet or something? These kids were raised in that manner. So they need someone to show them how to conduct themselves in a proper way. And that's what the ISUPK is for. You know what I'm saying? Verse 18. For in that he himself had suffered being tempted. Christ was tempted. So then again, cut at the Christians, because if only Christ, like, how can I word this? If Christ is the only one who was good and lived a life, perfect life, how was he allowed to be tempted? You got to think about that. If Christ was living the life he lived and did all the marvelous things he did as a Judite of the tribe of Judah, how then was he tempted? Verse 18, for in that he himself had suffered being tempted, he is able to score. What does that mean? To assist and support in the time of hardship. Christ was there to help people when he was because he understood the temptation. He knew how to deal with it. He knew how to defeat it. This is why we have counsel. This is why we turn to the man above us to find out the things we need to find out on how to deal with the problems we are faced with. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shemar Athaba, Shmial Shah, Sister Wada for tuning in. Good seeing you again. Tell the other one I said Shalom more in Christ, man. Good seeing you like always, sis. You know what I'm saying? Christ came to help us deal with our temptations. You understand me? Like just think about it. If we didn't have counsel in this school, how will we know how to deal with the things we suffer with? Relationships, I mean, I good night, man. Let's give it up for Captain Quan. I don't want to call Quan Wall, man, because I call and Kassar too. I wear these brothers' phone out. I mean, I wear it out. Shit, I damn near need to send the other one half on this bill. You understand me? But if we don't have the men above us to turn to talk to when they're dealing with things, who wise men who know how to deal with them, then how do we know how to deal with them? We don't. Christ was sent here for us to learn how to deal with temptation. Because why? Christ dealt with it. It's nothing it's nothing that we deal with that Christ did not have to deal with. Have you ever dealt with people talking about you because you get into the truth and turning their back on you, telling you you're crazy? Christ had to deal with that. Have you ever been accused of speaking the truth, of not speaking the truth and speaking a lie because it's not what they want to hear? Christ has dealt with that. Have you ever been tempted by someone or something? Christ has dealt with that. This is why the laws are so important. Because if we don't have the laws, then we don't know how to deal with certain things, my brother, sister. These laws help us out. And at the moment of frustration, yeah, it's difficult to hold on to these laws and remember them. But this is why you got to study every day. Got to keep them in your inward parts. For the brothers in this school, study to show thyself approved. You understand? What else we got? Salakia. Let's go to Romans chapter Matter of fact, I want to go to 1 Samuel chapter 15 and 22. I'm going to go to 1 Samuel chapter 15 and 22 because Christian was talking about offering to me the other day, and I said, you know what, I'm going to bring this out. So let me just cover this real quick. This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 22. This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 22, and it reads, and Samuel said, hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifice as in obedience the voice of the Lord. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of a ram. Basically, what he's saying is this. At a time, it was about sacrificing unto the Most High for your sins, right? Now we don't sacrifice things unto the sins, but I'll get to that. What he's saying here is he's saying that it's better for you to obey the Most High God than to sacrifice. Meaning what? If we were sacrificing lambs and sheep back like they did back in the day, you're gonna have 10 lambs and you're gonna sacrifice all your lambs because you want to keep sinning. Isn't it better for you to, if you sin once and have to sacrifice a lamb? It's not a good thing to give up their possession. So if you sin once, doesn't it make sense to stop sinning so you don't lose everything? You this live cattle, you sell it to make money, you do things with it to benefit, to build wealth, then you're going to lose it all because you want to keep being a lustful bastard? You want to keep going against the Most High God? You understand me? This is why the laws are so important. Because again, Christ did not come to do away with the law, but to fulfill it. If you're constantly out here being a Christian thinking you could sin and sin and sin, and Christ died for this, and that's why he died, for you to keep being a lustful bastard, you are throwing dirt on Christ's name, man. You have to be strong as a black man and a black woman. You have to turn away from this wickedness that exists here in this world, because the whole purpose of this nation that we are living in today, if you're Black and Latino and Native, it's important for you to understand this. The whole purpose, the sole purpose of this place is not to make you strong. It's not to build you up. It's not to make you wealthy. It's to destroy you. This place will destroy you through money. It will destroy you through materialistic things, and it will destroy your mind, man. Think about all these crazy people running around here, man, out of their mind. That didn't just happen to them. They weren't born like that. And some probably were, but it's a reason why. Things go into the food. Things are poured into the water. Put in your toothpaste. This nation has always been a nation of one who has always tried to kill the children of Israel because they know who you are. It's time for you to wake up to who you are and take claim to your culture. Take claim to your life and your heritage, man. Don't let these people give you their last name and then turn around and go get and give themselves a Hebrew name and start living a Hebrew under a Jewish name. Don't let them do it. Take back what's yours. This is why I have a problem with the fake Israelite community, because on the one tone, they got the 12 tribe chart. It's written in English and it's written in Hebrew. You guys don't even speak Hebrew. You understand me? Like, stop all the shenanigans. What they really need to do is get into the truth. Become a part of this body. And together, they will understand how to overcome this place. We're not going to overthrow this government. We're just going to separate from it. Why? Because the laws of this government is not the laws that will be the laws of the nation of Israel. We have them laws. We just got to get back to them, man. All right. And with that, man, the water to all the brothers and sisters who tune in tonight. The water to y'all, man. Give it up for my main man, the Yak, who been holding it down in these classes, been doing his thing, man. That brother's coming up strong, man. And give it up to the other brothers, young officers in this truth, because you guys are brought up under righteousness, man, and righteous man, and you're going to be great. You understand me? As the years go by, the ISUPK only gets greater. I pray you understand that. And with that, I'm going to salute out, man. The water for tuning in. I'd like to say shalom. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shabbarakathum to all the brothers, and shalom Yahweh Shamor Alata Ba'ashem Yahweh Shabbat to all the sisters. The water for tuning in. Shalom. Hey, subscribe, like, and share them shorts, man. Promote them shorts, man. Get our numbers up, man. All right, shalom, Israel. I am the boy in the Yak. I am the boy, my brother.